Hello and welcome to another episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Urban Crow Oracle by MJ Cullinane. This is my absolute newest deck. I've had it for about a week though, and I haven't used it for any clients or anything like that because I really wanted to share it with you and show you what the cards look like when you first get it. The box actually comes just like this. You know, no plastic, no anything on it. It's brand new. I mean, the first edition. I'm really excited about it because you know how obsessed I am with crows. The box looks all depressing and gray. It is based in Seattle, and I've heard horrible things about Seattle. Like, it's the most depressed city in the world, or in the country at least. If you actually look at the most depressed state in the country, I live in it. West Virginia is actually considered the most depressed state in the country. But we're not here today to talk about depressing things. We're here to talk about something really exciting, the Urban Crow Oracle. So I will take you through a look of all the different cards, and they're all still in the order of what they were when they came because I haven't used them at all. I'm really excited to get started using them, but we'll take a look at the back of the box first, and I'll read you what it says on the back. The Urban Crow Oracle deck brings to you the wisdom and the quirkiness crows offer our world. Inspired by John Maslerloff and Tidoni Angel's book, Gifts of the Crows, the cards in this Oracle deck depict my favorite stories as well as some of my own interactions with the local neighborhood Corvids. I definitely, you know me and crows. That's one of my favorite animals. They're one of the most intelligent animals in the world. So let's get this box open and I'll show you what the cards look like. Here's the guidebook. As you can see, that's got very bright colors on it. And here's the cards. You can see the back. It shows a crow flying with like fog in the trees and stuff over Seattle. Trying to get them to stay in one place is harder than I thought. I'll flip them over and I'll show you each of them one at a time. First one we see is release. Then we have waterproof. Birds are really fascinating because they can do that. Like, their feathers just let the water just rush right off of them. Curiosity. I would be over the moon if a crow actually walked in my doorway. It wouldn't last long though because we have 3 dogs plus Luna, and someone would get that crow. Or maybe, since they're so intelligent, the crow would get them first. Next up is upheaval. And territory. Teamwork. Heard the saying, teamwork makes the dream work. Survival. Staying hidden while a fox is after them. Soar. That one looks a lot like the picture on the back. Self-interest. Scavenge. Sacred space. I've never actually seen a crow egg before, and I'm really curious if they're actually blue. Routine. Risk. Resistance. Going against the current. I just dropped all the cards. You can definitely tell they're so new and stuff because they're so slippery. I think I still have them all in order though. Preparation. Play. Perspective. That one reminds me a lot of the Hanged Man in tarot. Hanging upside down and listening to our own inner voices. Observation. Like that card a lot. Spiders are also one of my favorite animals. Night. nature, mischief, mimicry. It's really cool around here. I hear our dogs bark a lot, and then you can hear the crows like mimicking their barking. Next up, we have memory and luck. Would be lucky for the crow to just have the fish flying out of the sky and they catch one in their mouth. Protection. There's that blue egg again. Isolation. Insight. It's another really interesting thing about crows. Is they can make tools to get what they want. Like they know how water displacement works. A lot of animals don't know that. Honestly, I don't know any other animals that know to do that, to use tools in order to get the food they want. Illusion. Displacement. All kinds of bird poop on a car. I actually looked it up yesterday because I was curious, and I guess I never thought of it before. The reason birds' poop is white is because it's not actually poop at all. It's mixed with their urine, so it comes out like that. They don't pee, they just poop. Growth. Grief. Crows are some of the only animals in the world that I know of, at least, that grieve their lost family members and friends. Gifts. Ghosts. Fear. I like how the crow's sitting on top of the scarecrow's head. It's very obvious he's not afraid of that scarecrow. Exposed. Dominance. Distraction. The crow's probably, standing there distracting the dog so that the other crow can eat his food. Distance. Direction. Community. Communication. Commitment. Catching. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Ka-ching, catching. Oh, you see it. Bond. Battle. Anticipation. You know somebody's going to come and eat eventually. All those tables are set up, so we're excited about what's coming. Anomaly. I've read before that white crows and ravens don't make it very long in life because the other ones don't appreciate them and end up torturing them and picking on them and killing them because they don't match everyone else. Abundance. Trickery. Influence. Freedom. Balance. I think it would be fun sometimes to be a bird, like in another life or something, and just sit on a wire and watch the world pass by. Personally, if I could be any animal, though, coming back in another life, then it would be a duck. Having the ability to fly anywhere we want and swim at the same time, or not at the same time, but swim too, that definitely seems like a really good life. Got warning. And last but not least, probably the most disturbing card of the entire deck, Wrath. That's definitely what we would call a murder of crows. So that's a look at all the different cards and illustrations of this beautiful deck. I love her work. It's beautiful. And I'll read you what she says, just a little piece of what the guidebook says. Go to the first page. The Urban Crow is an illustrated love letter to my neighborhood corvids who provide daily creative inspiration and, not to mention, offer quite a bit of entertainment with their antics. They are just as beautiful as they are intelligent. Although many illustrations in this deck were inspired by personal interactions with these mystical birds, it is with thanks to John Marsliff's book, Gifts of the Crow, that inspired this deck and many of the cards. Living in the city, crows create a bridge between humans and nature. We interact with each other. We observe them, they observe us. We learn from them, they learn from us. From continent to continent, we share stories about crows and ravens, similar experiences that transcend language. It is through crows that we are all connected. So that's a look at the Urban Crow Oracle by MJ Cullinane. Hope I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. And I'll be adding this deck to my readings. I can't wait to get started to do that. I always like to have oracle decks along with my tarot decks because I do most of my readings with the tarot, but it's always nice to have things like this to add an extra little something to the client's reading. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at them, and be sure to follow me on social media. We'll be seeing them in my readings from time to time. Book a reading with me and you may get one of these cards or one of my other ones for your reading. I've got a lot of different ideas moving forward with this page, so be sure to stay tuned. I don't know when I'll have them out, but I look forward to sharing it all with you. You never know what you'll find on my page. I'm always doing random stuff. And thank you, as always, for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.